Good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 58 of Got Whips. I am Nicci, coming to you from Berlin, Wisconsin. Where to find me on Instagram is Knickknack Knits. On Ravelry is Nicci52879. My shop is knickknacknitsco.myshopify.com. That'll all be linked down below. Where to get in contact with me and Heather if you do not have Instagram or Ravelry is our email. And I will let Heather tell you that because I keep mixing our old one and our new one together to make a whole new one that's not there.
Yeah, and you need to look at the screen, not the camera.
Okay.
Or you need to look at the camera, not the screen, because you're looking to the side.
I'm trying.
Okay. Anyways, my name is Heather. Good morning. I am coming to you from Southern California, where I live with my husband. Excuse me, husband, 3 kids, and my mom. And you can find me on Ravelry as M&E Mama, and I mixed that up. What did I say? It's been a morning and a week, and I'm thankful it's Friday. But looking at the messages that I got this morning, it's going to be a weekend. So I need a vacation. Anyway, so on the Instagram, I am M&E Mama. My shop or my business email is Handmade by Heather or Handmade by H. The link for that will be down below as well. On Ravelry, I am E&M Mama, and there's 4 M's. E&M Mama. So yeah, it's a little. I got a message the other day on Instagram that somebody couldn't find me on Ravelry, and I typed it out for them, and they found me. But anyways, our email address, if you, like Nicci said, are not on Ravelry and not on Instagram, we completely understand. We want to make this as inclusive as we can to everybody. So our email address is gotwhipspodcast@gmail.com, and both Nicci and I have access to check it. So if you have a message that's directly to me, you can send it there, or directly to Nicci, you can send it there as well. I do not make project pages, I'm sorry, but any questions that you have for my projects, I am more than glad to answer them and direct you to the pattern, or anything. Yeah, so
we also have an Instagram for the podcast, guys, which is Got Whips Podcast.
Mm-hmm. And again, Nicci and I both check that. It's a little confusing for me right now because I have 3 Instagram accounts on my phone. Well, technically 4. We have one for the baseball too, but I don't really check that one. But I have 3 Instagram accounts that I'm actively checking every day. I have my personal, my business, and our podcast Instagram. So
as do I.
Yeah, so same goes for there. If you have any questions that are specifically for either one of us, we will answer you accordingly.
Yep.
I answered somebody on a not a message, it was a comment. I answered somebody's comment under my personal Instagram, and I was like, wait, I shouldn't have done that. But she knew who I was, so it was fine. And we are going to kick off episode 58 with some administrative things.
So I will just add quickly, like if you guys used to follow the Knickknack Knits podcast and Ravelry, our Instagram, everything that happened over there is now moved to the Got Whips. So make sure that you're going over and following that for our weekend make-alongs and all that, because that's where it's going to be happening, is on the Got Whips podcast Instagram now. And yep. So that's the only place you'll hear about it. We won't mention it here. Like Heather said, we're going to jump into admin. And I think the first thing I'm going to mention, because we sometimes fail to mention it because it's new to us still, is our Zooms on Saturdays, the 3rd Saturday of every month. So that is this Saturday, tomorrow, from 4 p.m. Central to 6 p.m. Sometimes we're there later, most of the time.
most of the time.
Yeah.
But we do those are the 2 hours that we block out specifically for
Yep.
the Instagram, or the Zoom. So we'll be there for at least those 2 hours.
And all the information for that will be on our Instagram. If not, if you need us to email that to you, please just send us a message. We will be glad to email you the room number and the password. We're just not putting it up on YouTube.
Right. So like Nicci said, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna tell them the time. So
yeah, go ahead.
it's 1 to 3 for Pacific Standard. No, she's shaking her head.
It's 4 to 6 my time. You're 2 hours behind me, so that means it's 2 to 4 your time.
Oh, I thought it was 4 to 6 Eastern time. See, we don't even know what's anyways. Okay, so it's
going on. She does not.
2 to 4 Pacific, 3 to 5 Mountain, 4 to 6
Central,
5 to 7
Eastern.
See, I got it. I just took me a minute to do the math. It's a little too early. It's still early in the morning at my house. I have not yet finished my coffee.
I understand. So I will talk about my first two, our first two, not mine, KALs that we have going on. The Sock It To Me, which is our monthly long that we've done for 3 years now. The only difference is you have to have a whole pair of socks to enter. We draw those every month, and we have a grand prize at the very end of the year for those who have participated each and every month. So you still have, what, 2.5 weeks to enter, I want to say?
Today's the 14th, so
yeah, you've got plenty of time to get a pair of socks done, guys.
You have roughly 2.5 weeks. The month ends on Monday the 31st. So
okay. And with that, if you are using Area 51, you are allowed double entry for that. She is helping sponsor, and so she has given us a coupon code for y'all. That's Bella over at Area 51. Go check her out. She has now gone back to dye to order, so any of her colorways are up, and they're all very gorgeous. She got me on one, so yeah. The coupon code is Sock It To Me 10. So,
and yeah, she gets me all the time. Go ahead.
And the next KAL that I'm going to tell you about is our Melanie Berg. That is any of her patterns, as long as they were less than, we say 10%. I don't remember.
Yeah, if they were less than 10%,
10%
done by January 1st.
Yep. Or any brand new cast-ons count for this one. This is year long. We will draw quarterly. The first quarter will end on March 31st. So the first episode of April, we will draw winners.
Yes. And the two that I will talk about are again, they're quarterly KALs. The first one is No You Can't Have It. This is a selfish knit along. Post anything that you're making for yourself, any craft really that's fiber related. This is only a first quarter KAL, so it will completely be done at the end of March. And we'll draw prizes for that KAL at the beginning of April, or the first episode of April, wherever that shall fall. We don't have April's planned out yet. And the second one is the whip challenge. This is a little bit, I feel like this is the most in depth we've ever gone with a KAL, because there is multiple places to post your stuff. So first things first, the whip KAL this quarter ends the end of March. So we'll draw prizes at the beginning of April. But what we need you to do to enter this KAL is go over to our group on Ravelry. In the chatter thread, we need you to set your goal. Whatever your goal may be, you can say that I have 52 whips on the needles and my goal is to finish one a week. That's great. we will cheer you on. So go in that thread, post your goal. You can post some things about your patterns you have. You can post a list of your whips if you would like in that post. The sky's the limit on what you post there. There's no limit to what you post there. You could even comment on,
Each other's posts.
Yeah, each other's posts and cheer them on and let them know, hey, I'm working on the same thing. Let's, talk about it while we're working on it. Then we have the FO thread, which is also named Whip Challenge FO thread. And that's where we want you to post your FOs, obviously. You finish the thing, post it there. You can say this is number X of whatever for the year. This is number 5 that I finished for the year. Whatever the number is, if you would like to post that, that's fine. If you don't, you can just post the whip or the FO. We're only drawing prizes from the FO thread. So I know that we've gotten some comments from people saying, oh, I forgot to post my project. I forgot to do, whatever. We're only drawing prizes from the FO thread. Nothing comes from the chatter thread. It's just a way for us to encourage each other and to see what y'all are up to. And like all of our KALs, it's the same for all of us, all of them. If you are not on Ravelry or Instagram, you can email us your pictures. You can email us your challenge. You can email us your anything.
And we've already had that happen.
Yeah. In the subject, if you can remember, post, this is for the whip challenge. This is for no, you can't have it. This is for XYZ. And on that same note, if you are not on Ravelry, but you're on Instagram, we have hashtags below for all of our whips or all of our KALs. So you can use the hashtags and we will find your items that way.
Yep. Because we do put them all in a wheel together at the end. Make sure that everybody gets a fair chance.
I feel like that was a lot of talking.
It happens. I think that is all of our admin.
That is all of our admin. We are ready to jump into
FOs.
Do you have any?
Yes, I do.
Because she beat me.
I'm sorry. So last week, I showed you guys the corner to corner that I started with Kim from Around the Table Yarns. Has Thursday evening she teaches crochet. She was teaching the corner to corner. I was here at the halfway point, so I finished it up and then I put this border on.
I think it's adorable.
This is going to be a car seat blanket for a friend's nephew, so I need to take this.
And he's already seen it and already loves it.
And the yarn was Red Heart in the Mexicana colorway, and then just the Red Heart white. Then I finished my Christmas socks from Melissa. She had gotten us all the skein of yarn together to match. I was here last time you saw it and just had to finish down. This one was already finished. I just had to cut in the heels.
How was that yarn to cut in the heels?
Huh?
How was that yarn when you cut in the heels?
A little problematic.
Yeah, it seems a little slick.
Yeah, I don't know if it was me or if it was the yarn. I wasn't feeling the 100% when I did it yesterday. So I just took it as me, but I had to use my neck light and I had all the lights on in the corner and I had a little bit of a problem, but
yeah, I haven't cast mine on yet, but just feeling it, it doesn't seem like it has
I would suggest doing a heel right away.
Yeah.
And then my last FO I'm putting on or my birthday cast on from last year, which were my Fingerless mitts. This one was done. This one was right here. So I finished them. I've lost them twice now because I've worn them. And I didn't actually lose them. They were sitting on like the little table to go outside. And my grandmother keeps taking them. and keeps telling me they're hers.
Mhm.
And the yarn for this was sheep geese, and the downtown is the self-striping, and then the metropolis in the dark green. So
Mhm. Yeah, she needs her own because she keeps
does, but
taking.
not mine.
No.
So I'll be casting out another
Um,
pair.
yeah, and I really want to cast on a pair too. I cast it on a pair for your birthday, but I screwed it up and got mad and took it off.
Gotcha. It happens.
So next up is whips.
You want me to start out?
Well, you have 4, I have 3.
Okay.
So if you go first, then we should
Okay.
be good.
So my first one is, I was here on the first sock for January. So I got that one done, and I have this one going now. And this yarn is Night Owl Fibers and vintage color, vintage Christmas. And it was a sock set that I got from her.
Yeah.
I think this was like
apologize.
Christmas in July or something that I ordered.
I think so, yeah. She usually does Christmas in July.
But it has the 12 stripes.
Mhm.
So
I apologize if you can hear the dogs barking.
I cannot.
Okay. I just wanted to put it out there. So my first project, of course, I'm in the middle of the row, but I'm gonna try and shove it around so I can show you where it was when I recorded last, or when we recorded last. This is my nacho poncho.
Oh wow, you got some work on it.
I still, I like interchangeable needles sometimes. I still have not put in my contrast stripe, but I was here where that yellow marker is the last time we spoke about it. So I got about 5 rows in. And like Bonnie always says, every stitch counts.
Yes, it does.
I miss Bonnie. Hi, Bonnie. I miss you. This is, like I said, it's the Nacho Poncho by Casapinga. This was my birthday cast on 3 weeks ago.
Almost a month, yeah.
Almost a month ago. Holy moly. My birthday was only almost a month ago. I am using Color Crafter by Sheep G's in the, I don't know what number colorway. It'll be down below. I'll just fine. In the 1708 colorway, and it is currently in my large Harry Potter bag that I got from Melissa, my dear friend Melissa.
Uh-oh.
Sorry,
I lost this for a second.
I'm back.
Okay.
This is what happens when you record on your phone.
So when I casted off my last corner to corner, I promptly casted, or is it casted on with crochet? I don't even know. I hooked on?
Yeah, I know it's still casted on.
Okay. So I grabbed the Christmas yarn that I had laying up that was leftovers and started this guy.
That's
So
cute.
I haven't really decided what it's going to be. I kind of almost now think that I'm almost wide enough. So maybe I'm going to try to make it go longer on one side and not wider.
Hmm.
That makes sense if I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah, so basically what you would do would be to do the decrease on the side that you don't want to go up anymore, and then you would do the increase on the side that you do, like you would do the decrease here and the increase here to make it go this way.
Okay. So yeah, like you guys know, I am new to crochet, but I'm loving having at least 1 or 2 projects on. This is all Red Heart, all leftover yarns that I had here. So I don't know the color
Well,
names because I don't have the bands.
I guess it wouldn't be a decrease, it would just be going straight. Just go
Right.
straight here and do the increase here. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying.
You're fine.
So my next project I'm going out of order, but that's okay, is my focus project of the month. And I did not too much focus on it, I'll be honest. But on my wheel, I told you a couple episodes ago, I told you guys I was going to put all my whips on a wheel, spin it, and then whatever comes up, that's going to be my focus project of the month to finish. And when I picked this up, I was on that orange marker there. So I got 3/4 of an inch done. And this is, the yarn is Night Owl Fibers in the Harry and Hedwig colorway. And this pattern that I'm doing is the Pebble Sock by Knitting Expat, Mina Phillip. And I already have the heel in. This is the first sock, but I need to get focused on it. Sorry for the needles.
That's what I'm trying to do right now, is grab my needles so they don't cling.
Well, I have this like little thing here next to my chair that I was keeping all my projects on, but they clink.
Next project, the last 2 projects I haven't had in knitting bags yet, but this is the building blocks. We are doing that on Thursday evenings with Around the Table. I didn't get very much. I got the border started and that's it. And I'm making this for JJ out of Respun by Line Brand. This yarn is really soft and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm waiting till I get further into it to see how it's gonna go. I already planned out everything for that blanket.
Here she is. JJ's her son, by the way.
What?
JJ's your son.
Yeah, he is.
Some people may not know that.
So I already drew out all of where I want them to be and the colors. So there will be 5 colors, and yeah, that'll be for him for graduation. So no pressure on myself to like rush it. And he's only a sophomore right now, so I have 2 years.
It'll be here before you know it. Unfortunately. My daughter's a junior.
Yeah.
Yeah, she came home talking about they had a Zoom assembly yesterday, and they are talking about help with scholarship applications and help with all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm not ready. But
We already
she's
started
like,
looking into the scholarship essays and that for him this summer. So
yeah. She's like, Mom, it's inevitable. You can't stop it from happening. I'm like, I know. I'm just calm down. So my last whip is my January socks. Last time you guys saw them, it was where that yellow marker is. I don't know if you can see that.
Yep.
And now I am here. I'm about to start my toe
Nice.
decreases, but I have not officially started those yet. This is, sorry, Area 51 in the Are You My New Daddy colorway. This is an Gilmore Girls inspired colorway. I know every time I say the name, they laugh, and Hector gets a little mad. But so that's this colorway, and it came out January of 2021. So I'm doing these a year behind, and I'm getting this year's as well. It just hasn't arrived yet, and neither has my December. I'm starting to feel like my mailman.
Maybe he likes your yarn and he took it.
I feel like he doesn't like me, so he doesn't deliver my stuff.
And I'm gonna say all my socks that you guys see are always on 1.5s with 64 count.
Oh, and I will say all my socks are on ones with 64 count, and most of the time I do the shadow wrap heel, which is a variation.
Most of the time I do the cut in, but I'm slowly thinking I need to go back to doing them as I just do them, so I don't have to keep trying to cut these in and put the needle in and go through all that.
I think you should try the shadow wrap heel because I think the things that you don't like, or you haven't tried the fish lips kiss, have you?
Mm-mm.
The shadow wrap is a variation of the fish lips kiss, but it doesn't give you the gaps on the side that sometimes happen with the fish lips kiss heel, which I love the fish lips kiss heel. It's a great heel. It just, yeah. Anyways, next project.
This is my Celtic Square for October because I'm behind. Last time I saw it is where this marker was. I'm about halfway.
Mhm.
My plan was to catch up this month, but I have not made it yet. But maybe this weekend I can have some good knitting time. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is all out of Fisherman's Wool by Lion Brand, just in the natural colorway.
Mhm. Um, yeah, I have not made a lot of progress on my whips. I need to do better with that next week, but I have some other things that have, well, I guess I guess I can say it because you already posted on Instagram. I'm part of Nicci and Lisa's Valentine's Day mystery bag set. So I have been working to complete that and get them to her so she has them enough time to send them to all of you on time. So I did not make my goal of having them ready for her today, but they will be ready for her soon to go to you. And I appreciate the ones that have already purchased. There are still some on sale, not on sale. They're still some up for sale. Yeah, I enjoy
Everything's
their
been coming in slowly. Like I have a couple more packages coming in Tuesday. I just got the
notification.
notifications as we're
Yeah.
sitting here talking
Oh,
for me to package everything up and get it ready. So
yeah.
nice mystery kit. There's like 6 left in the shop. So if you haven't got yours, go over and grab it.
Yeah, not just because she's my friend and Lisa's my friend, but I really enjoy their kits. They put a lot of work in them. They put a lot of thought into what they're going to do to put out the best kit that can be possible. So I would just advise you to go check it out. And if you're still able, if you're still able to pick up a kit, do so before they're gone. As far as that goes, we have Zoom tomorrow, like we said.
Can I go over the end of the year last year that I forgot?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I knew that we talked about it.
No, you're fine.
I'm sorry.
You're okay. So for the end of the year 2021, I was going to go over just what I finished as far as completed projects and what I know we went over the like whips of what we had on the needles. So I will tell you like the number of what I have of each thing. So completed, I made 7 shawls last year, 1 blanket, 1 sweater, 22 pairs of socks, 12 hats, 1 cowl, 4 pairs of mittens, and 3 miscellaneous objects for a total of 51 items completed. So that left me 16 shawls still on the needles, 8 blankets still on the needles, 3 sweaters, 2 pairs of socks, 3 hats, 1 pair of mittens, which is now off, and 2 miscellaneous. So I think I did pretty well.
Yeah, I think you did very well.
Me and Heather like to read. I think most of you know this already. I had a goal of, I think, 100 books last year, and I read 180.
Yeah, you had your goal last year was 100 because your goal for 2020 was 50. Yep. And so last year you doubled it. Yep. What's your goal for this year?
For reading 150.
Okay. And when we say reading, we're not like, most of those are audiobooks.
Yeah.
Because we do them while we're knitting, or like doing something else around the house or whatever. So like while that sounds like a lot, it's audiobooks. It's in our ear. Personally, at this stage of my life, I don't think that I could read. I mean, I've tried several times to pick up a physical book or even an ebook. And it's so hard. So
With
yeah.
knitting and sewing and getting together with friends, and me and Heather both have children, as you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a grandmother that lives here and a husband, and she has a husband and mother that live with her. It's
Mm-hmm.
just by the time we have alone time for ourselves, if you put a book in my hand, I'm going to sleep on it.
Safe, yeah. Mm-hmm. Same
So
here.
I listen to it while I'm doing other things, as like she said, housework, sewing, knitting,
Mm-hmm.
because otherwise it's just dead time anyway. So it helps us multitask and it helps us get some of those books out.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why I didn't put my goal as higher is because I'm running out of things to read without talking to others about more books or authors to find.
Yeah, and I feel like I I don't feel like our taste in books is
I'll read
wrong.
anything, really. I'll listen to anything.
Yeah.
I'll
I
try
mean,
it. If I don't like it, I
I
don't
will
like it.
I'll give a book, a few chapters in to see if I'm gonna like it. And there are some books that I started last year that I could not flow with. If it was the narrator or the storyline or whatever, I just couldn't do it. But the 1st of January, or no, it was the end of December. I signed up to do a book review on I'm in the online book club
Okay.
membership, I guess you can say. It's a free website to join. It's just online bookclub.com, and it's free to join. You can add any books that you want to your shelf. If they don't have some of them, they don't have, but it'll still put it on your shelf. But you can sign up to do book reviews. And they'll send you the ebook for free if you're approved to do the book review. There are a few steps that you have to go through before you're like automatically approved. But most of the ones that I've tried to get, I've gotten. So like I said, I signed up to do a book review at the end of December, and I was like, okay, well, January 1st, I'm gonna read for 45 minutes a night before I go to sleep. Nope. Nope. As soon as I lay down, get in my pajamas, lay down, start my book, and it's on an ebook, so I read it off my tablet.
Yep.
And I have a Kindle Fire, so I read it off the Kindle app, and it's not like set to like dark or whatever. It's bright, it's in my face, but still I fall asleep. And it's like I draw, like the other night I was reading it, or I was attempting
Right.
to read it, and I fell asleep. And he was sitting here playing Xbox, and the tablet hit the floor so loud that it like surprised him, and like he turned around, and I was fast asleep. I was like, he's like, you cannot do that anymore. You're gonna break your tablet. I'm not buying you a new one. I was like, okay. So he's like, yeah, you can't do that anymore. But yeah, I fall straight to sleep. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna end up forfeiting my review and have to send the book back, but whatever. It is what it is. I know myself. I should not join things that are not going to work out. I have all the best intentions. I really do. It just doesn't work out for me.
Yep. Any acquisitions for you?
Oh yes. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I forgot. Um, I have to move. This is gonna be loud a little bit. Do you have any?
I do. I have one.
Okay, go ahead. Well,
I have my one.
figure out.
If you've been with us a while, you know that I get the Leading Men Fiber Arts. Oh, what do they call this? Take a bow, I think. No, that's one.
Cast of characters.
Cast of characters. So I'm in the middle of their minis. I'm 2 years in almost. So these are where we are at. This jewel pack I'm in love with. Yeah, I want all these in a great big skein to make a sweater or something.
I know that would be beautiful.
But I love them. They're gorgeous. Sorry for the crinkle. This pack I'm actually leaving together. I'm not going to throw it in my mini bin because typically I take them all out of there, throw them in a bin, and then I just grab for my Battenberg and my cozy memory blanket. But
Yeah.
those ones I want to keep together.
That would look really beautiful as a round and round KAL.
Possibly, yes.
Like if you do the same thing that I did for my mom's,
Mhm.
go one way and then do a bigger block in the middle of one of the colors and then go the other way. That would look so pretty. She's yawning. Yeah, I think that would be beautiful. But those are beautiful together. So I had to go to Hobby Lobby. It was such a chore. To pick out some stuff for the collaboration that I'm doing with Nicci. And I, of course, picked up some yarn because it was on sale. So I got Patton's Croy sock in the 50s stripes. I got 2 skeins of this, but I'm only showing you one. I'm going to make some socks for my mom. She was born in the 50s. So I'm going to make her some socks with that.
Very pretty.
And then I also got zebra stripes. This is again Patton's Croy socks. And I'm going to make socks for Hector. And
I like that one a lot. I want to go get that.
Hopefully one of the boys, but for sure Hector. And again, I got 2 skeins of this. I can generally get, these are 50-gram skeins, so I'll probably get most of mom's out of 1 skein, but I will probably end up doing 2 skeins just so that I know for sure I won't have to switch in the middle, you know?
Yep.
But I can only get 1 sock from Hector for Hector and out of these. So
is that with doing contrast teal toe and cuff or no?
no, that's just going straight. If I get, even if I do heel toes and cuffs though, because I do, for him, I do 72 stitches.
Mhm.
And he likes a bit of a leg. Otherwise he feels like they are slipping down. So he does like a bit of a leg more than me. But, and he likes his cuff to be a little longer than mine. So men and their demands. No, I'm just kidding. I will make him socks. He actually is him and my mom are very knit worthy when it comes to socks. My mom wears her socks, and so does Hector. Hector actually wore a hole in his sock, and I had to mend it because it was Felici, and he was not going to let me not mend it.
Gotcha.
It's like, those are my favorite pair of socks. It's the Felici firefighter colorway.
Yeah.
He loves those socks. So I told him, I was like, well, you can buy me more Felici and I can make you more socks.
Right? They just came out with their new colors, Hector.
I know.
Just saying.
He
All right,
says, "Make
everybody. I think that is everything.
I think that's everything.
So if you're coming to Zoom tomorrow, we look forward to seeing you. And thanks for watching, everybody. Forgot to mention that in the beginning. And thanks for all the new subscribers and the thumbs up. We truly appreciate all of you.
Yes, we do.
And everybody who was a winner from last year's KALs that we drew last week, those prizes will go out this next week. I just was waiting on a few more things, and they should be out in the mail by next Friday. And I will let all of you know on Ravelry when I mail it out. So
are we doing trackings?
It typically just prints out with the tracking, so probably. So I'll probably just send them the tracking numbers. Because we can never know what's going to happen with the US Post.
Yeah, that's true. I was going to say something and I forgot. Actually, I got distracted by a message that popped up on my phone. Yes. Yeah. I just want to say that we appreciate the new subscribers. We appreciate you guys sticking around with all of the changes that we've done recently, and I promise there won't be any more changes for a while. But please like, subscribe, comment, send us a message. The likes really do get us out there, really do get bump up our visibility on just regular, non-subscribers page if they're looking for a knitting podcast or whatever. It does get us out there. So if you enjoy us, please hit the like button. And yeah, I think that's it for today's episode. We will see you tomorrow if you're coming to Zoom.
Yep.
We
Otherwise,
hope
we will
you
see you in a week
Yeah, in a week.
or longer. But yeah.
No,
Bye,
we'll be back.
everybody.
Bye.